Hello everybody, this is Dr. Bob DeMaria with another episode of Ask Dr. Bob, and we have some tremendous questions as always. Hello Dr. Bob, I use Agricept L every day, but was wondering if I could give it to my child who is a 15-month-old. He has a cold and thought maybe putting in a smoothie would be good for him. I would stop doing smoothies. I'm not sure what's in the smoothie, but if it has any kind of yogurt or dairy product, get rid of it. Most of the time these young children, when they get colds, it's usually peanut butter, dairy, sugar of some kind. You know, depending on how old the child is, a couple drops of Agricept and 4 or 5 ounces of water would be very helpful, but I would get rid of the sugar. This is a very interesting question here. Good morning, Dr. Bob. A number of my colleagues on Facebook are reporting serious health concerns with a device called a ComEd Smart Meter. So I did some research on this. I have the link here for you. And I'm not real familiar with this meter, but from what I am reading right now, I'm not sure if you can avoid having it on your house, but I don't know how smart the smart meter really is. So go to the link and trace down, and you can find out a lot of information yourself. Dr. Bob, do you have help for COPD, which is a breathing issue? We have found that most breathing problems are caused by adrenal gland stress and sugar. Now, COPD, of course, most commonly is due to smoking. We use a product in our practice that helps oxygenation. It's called Organics 15. We also use a neonatal glandular product called Pneumozyme, which you may even want to come to our office over here in Westlake, Ohio, and let us do an assessment to you, including a spirometer, to see how your breathing actually is impaired. We help many, many people with breathing challenges by spinal correction alone. And I mean, we have seen some phenomenal results. My son, Dr. Bob, has osteoarthritis and needs to avoid dairy and wheat. He also does not like eggs or fish, and she wants him to gain weight. My suggestion, avocados, walnuts, almond butter, maybe a yam or a sweet potato, throw some butter on it. Butter may not be an issue. You could also try some coconut oil. Dr. Bob, what do you suggest for pain in the small intestines? I'm 38-year-old, and the doctors are talking about taking out my intestine. Well, first I would check for parasites, for sure. I also may consider having a stool culture done. We've incorporated a new colon test in our practice where we send it to a lab, and we can literally check for the DNA of what kind of parasites may or may not be in your body. You may consider once again coming to our office and letting us do an assessment of your whole body to find out what's going on, but for sure you want to be checked for parasites, and probably the best way to do that is with a stool culture. Now, we also have seen you could have gut problems with excessive copper, and that means not enough zinc. You may consider doing the zinc taste test, which is on our website, Aqueous Zinc, which would be really great. Hello, Dr. Bob. What's the cause, and can it be cured for Tourette's? Well, if you were to go to YouTube and type in Dr. Bob DeMaria and Tourette's, we had a young man that had it really, really bad. And I wrote Dr. Bob's Guide to Stop ADHD in 18 days. We have found altered spinal function, not enough oil. If that spine is out of alignment, I'm in our exam room right now. We have a tool here called video spinal fluoroscopy. That's motion films of the spine. If you have any kind of an alignment issue with this technology, we can find it and we can help assist correcting it. If you live anywhere in the world, we can refer you to someone locally after we do our initial assessment. Dr. Bob, I know you're against sugar, and rightly so. Are you against stevia? Well, I've actually grown stevia. I don't use stevia. You can grow it in your backyard. It's a perennial. But I can tell you one thing, I would not do Truvia. Truvia is stevia, but they added a lot of other chemicals to it. So don't be duped by the media. Dr. Bob, I'm writing for advice. My son is 31 years old, and he suffered a traumatic brain injury. And she went on to talk about he's had some challenges with fractures and probably lack of calcium. We use a product in our office called Osteo B2. We want to make sure he's consuming enough protein. We use a product in our practice called ProtoFood at 1 a day. The Osteo B2 though is really tremendous. May need an enzyme called Hydrozyme, 1 with each meal. That will also help improve digestion. Hello, would like to know what my thoughts are on liver cleansing. This is what I'd suggest you to do. Get the book, Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Detoxification. I go into great details on how to detoxify your body. Do you know that I literally do not do a regular detox program? I eat primarily vegetables and protein that are organic. I don't drink alcohol and I don't drink soda. I drink pure water. Dr. Bob, where can I get a shower dechlorinator? Just go to our website. We'll be happy to send one anywhere in the world. Last question. I recently was diagnosed with eosinophilic esophagitis, EOE, and the GI doctors cannot find the culprit, and I think they want to take his intestines out. I want to refer you back to one of my prior answers. You want to be checked for parasites. I am telling you, it is epidemic today, especially if you've been to a third world country. If you have a cat, if you eat wild game or sushi, you may consider doing a stool culture. Contact us, go to our website. We'll be happy to assist you in that. You know, I know a lot of you want to get healthy, and sometimes you get tired of going to various healthcare providers. We have individuals that visit us from around the United States and all over the world. Come to Cleveland, Ohio. We have access to some local hotels that will give you a savings. It's a wonderful location. Get here before the winter time. Spend a few days. We've had people spend a month with us. Make that call today. Come and see us. You'll be glad you did.